welcome to the live stream. We've got a busy one tonight. We've got a very busy one, I'd say. Let's jump straight into what the live stream is all about today, or some of it anyway. And that's the Blackpool Pleasure Beach Resort, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and every other name that's associated with Pleasure Beach. Pleasure Beach Lancashire, I think, was one of them last year. They've changed their companion tickets, their essential companion tickets.
Oh, Emily does access all areas. Good evening, Emily.
Good evening.
Welcome to the stream.
You've just joined, just in time.
So what's new?
So yeah, we're going to go jump into the Blackpool Pleasure Beach scenario / whatever.
Yeah.
So basically, the Pleasure Beach was it Monday or Tuesday? Someone
It was at the
basically
beginning of the week,
announced that they were changing their stance of free carer tickets to being charged at £25 for an essential companion ticket. Now, obviously, we had to wait for official confirmation by the park, and they changed their website on the Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was. So you can now still...
Well, there was a bit of a kerfuffle, wasn't there, on the day that people were putting it out there, is because we were trying to clarify information that we were given, and we just weren't getting that clarification, and it seemed that Blackpool Pleasure Beach had updated their website, and then by the time that we saw the screenshot and then went on the website, it had gone back to how the website was before. So me, being a cynic, I don't trust things if they don't add up. So we opted to wait to see officially from the park. So just to clear that up there. Yes.
I just remembered I actually had the photo, so I was like,
unbelievable.
I know,
Jefferson.
I do.
So yeah.
So basically, yeah. So they're now saying that you can now get an essential carer ticket at a discounted rate of £25. And that's a saving apparently of up to £35 compared with the full price e-ticket. That bit is a joke at the minute.
My quarrel with that is sometimes you can get a ticket as low as £30,
which is what it is currently.
If you're then paying £25 for a carer ticket, you're not getting it heavily discounted. I'm on the fence with it. I'm not happy they've done it because I'm not a fan of giving somebody an accommodation and then taking it away when they're used to it. I don't like it. I'd never agree with it. There are other things that they could have done. So yeah, now on top of that, the additional thing that they've done, which I'm really not happy about because is the +3 and 4 on your easy access pass used to be £5 per person. They've doubled that. So if you're going as a disabled guest and you used to get free carer and then you've gone from +2 on your easy access, well obviously you and one other would be free on the easy access, you're then 3 and 4 has doubled in price, so you're now essentially paying an additional £45 every time you now want to go to the Pleasure Beach. So I understand, obviously, most people will pay, but that's a big jump from the get-go. On top of that, they've done that from after they've sold season passes, start of the season tickets. People have already started planning their days out, and obviously if you're a disabled family, or you have somebody within your family or your friend group who's disabled, they would have already started to pre-plan that trip weeks in advance. So I know for us, when we're going to go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, it starts weeks in advance.
Yeah.
So it's a very last minute change.
I think the other thing, that's the main thing. It's last minute. Now tickets for... Oh, well, sorry, not tickets. The opening day obviously was on Saturday, yesterday. And they literally announced it the week before, not even a week before, like 4 days before. Could they have not done it, January time? It seems rather late in the day. And I know for a fact that people that have actually booked for a free essential carer ticket, they were actually honouring them. It's just the whole situation is mad. They've put.
I think to honour it when it's that close notice, I think is the right thing to
But
do.
why change?
But
Either
going
change it
forward, they should have announced it
way
before season passes and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hop into the chat before we ramble too much onto it. So Emily, access all areas. Not going to lie, falling asleep on the sofa. Then remembered you guys was on.
Thank you.
Welcome. Glad you joined. I told you guys. Pleasure Beach backtracked, but then re-uploaded it.
I mean, we were just waiting for that official confirmation.
Yeah, especially with something like that, because it can be just learning from the Merlin stuff. Having something that is normally there taken away can be very distressing for a lot of people. So we personally didn't want to put anything out there until we personally saw the confirmation decision.
We didn't have any,
like you did with Merlin, feel the power. I mean, we were a very tiny percentage of people talking up. I think where it came to Merlin, I think it was definitely the negative media that they were getting. I don't think it necessarily had anything to do with YouTubers saying anything. But it was also, I think the survey was very telling as well. I think a lot of people actually, from the feedback that we got from Merlin after the surveys were done, so when they actually retracted, they said something about how hearing your personal stories and stuff. So for me, a lot of people have poured into why they use it and why they needed it and explained more. But then it just speaks to the arrogance and the ignorance of people that don't have to deal with any of the struggles that a disabled individual would have to deal with, whether it's physical, cognitive, or whatever the disability is. If you've never dealt with it, you're not going to fully understand it, therefore you're going to look and judge. So it's, I see both sides kind of thing. There needs to be a petition. It does, but I'll tell you why I'm on the fence. Now, I have been hearing things about Blackpool not necessarily being good on the financial side.
Rumours.
That they are rumours. But I will get to this. So, if they're struggling financially to the point where they're close to closure, or they're close to really having to consider certain things, I can understand them saying we need to try and make money somewhere. Where can we do it? Right?
But there is...
I would rather pay a discounted price for a carer ticket to see a park continue. However, I can't see charging carers, saying it's heavily discounted when it isn't, actually being the thing that saves them. Because we would probably be talking stupid figures, right? So you can't honestly tell me that they give away that many free carer tickets that it's costing them stupid amounts every year, if that makes sense.
I think the other issue is...
I mean, tell me your thoughts on that.
They're not the only business to do this.
They're not.
Really not. Paultons Park do it. They did it last year, I think. There are plenty of parks that do it. I think, as people have said, it's the communication side of things that has really probably annoyed people, especially since it's 4 days before opening of the season.
Yeah. So Blue, good evening, welcome.
Good evening.
Missed the first bit of the video, sorry, not sure what's going on. So we're currently discussing Blackpool Pleasure Beach now charging a discounted price for carer tickets and the additional upcharge for plus 3 and 4 on the easy access pass.
It's £10.
So it's now doubled.
That being said, right, I hate to say it, right, as much as that's extortion and you shouldn't charge people blah blah blah, right, could you imagine if they did that in Merlin? They'd make an absolute fortune. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm not saying I agree with it.
See, so
but if you have a +1 on your access card, right, technically you're allowed one person. That's your essential carer. Now, if you're a family of 4...
Well, it should go on what's on... Well, I mean, I don't agree
and we're not saying
charging people for, like, people to be with you. Although
right,
with
access.
Blackpool Pleasure Beach, I kind of understand it, because it's not necessarily... You can go as friends, you could go as family, or you can... It's not, in my opinion, Blackpool Pleasure Beach isn't targeted at families. Like, every park that Merlin has is targeted at families. So for me, the difference there is when you're targeting it at families and then you're going to charge families extra to have people go on the right access, that to me is a very...
It's a fine line.
It's a very like, oh, I wouldn't agree with that. Whereas I feel like with Blackpool Pleasure Beach, it works because it's not necessarily targeted at families. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Like,
I mean,
to
it
me,
would
it's not-
also. It's also that thing of they've always done it, so you don't really. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Blackpool
Blackpool have a shortfall of 12 million. Wow. They were talking about selling the tower. The tower? I watched a cancer on YouTube and even have to pay if you don't go on any ride.
So you're talking about Blackpool in general. Also, Janet, hello, welcome to the stream.
Sorry, yes.
Welcome to Adventure Times UK. I
Welcome
don't
to
think
the-
we've ever seen you in
Welcome
the chat,
to the
so
chaos.
welcome. They have a shortfall of 12 million. They were
Oh, they're
talking
talking
about
about the
selling
council.
off the tower.
Yeah.
And even have to pay if you don't go on any ride. Yeah, you do have to pay if you don't go on any ride with Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which actually I think is really ridiculous because
there is a reason.
If people went and they didn't want to go on any rides, like they don't want to pay for the whole
Well,
park,
no,
they may want to do a
They
one-off
have
ride.
no. They have done a non-rider ticket now, which is
Yeah, but it's-
£20.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. You still have to pay if you don't go on any rides.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's to keep. How do I? Sure, I'm going to be
Certain things out.
riffraff.
Well,
I'm going to be brutally honest there.
Um,
Whatever you deem that is, they're trying to like put their park behind a paywall so you don't get.
The thing is as well, unfortunately, since a lot of the attractions have now been taken off of the Merlin passes, that's a lot more footfall that now won't come to Blackpool. Like for us, for example, Blackpool was actually one of the main reasons why I personally got my pass, was because I fell in love with Blackpool. I love the sea life there. I love their Madame Tussauds as opposed to any other ones. You know, and we love the tower. So, but now Blackpool really
They need to bring back their pass. I know
doesn't
they did.
have much.
They did have like an annual pass that you could buy yearly. But when we went up, what was it, 2016, if not earlier? What you could get is you could get a ticket for all the attractions, for most of the attractions, plus your tram ticket. And then I think there was a zoo and the model village. It was all included in a package, and it was like, what was it, 50 quid or something? It was something, it might have even been cheaper back then. You could pay 50 quid and you'd get everything. And it's just like, why not do that? And I still haven't seen the council.
I think it was more than 50. I think it was around 80.
Oh,
but
however
yeah.
much. But it was all included. You got all the attractions. So if you were a family...
And the tram or bus.
And the tram or bus. And it was all included in one thing. You get like a ticket and you just scan that and you had all the attractions. Which would work out better for a lot of people, I'd say.
Yes, it would.
Especially now if they, they haven't got the Merlin
Although
attractions.
we have seen some hints towards it coming back.
You can do something for a year, but if you're only going on holiday up there for a week, you ain't going to want to pay for a year. So it's a bit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll see what happens with Blackpool. Sam said as a park, it can hold nearly double Thorpe, and more people are willing to stay there multiple days. She did know F Telling interested. So I think if F Telling were to buy Towers would go from to very quickly. It would become one of the more popular parks. Multiple days, yeah, people will go multiple days. That's because it's the only chance that they can guarantee, or nearly guarantee, that they will get all the rides done in multiple days with going down and stuff like that. But when you're staying over at Towers, the rooms are so expensive for what they are.
They're no better than a travel lodge.
Like we were looking.
Actually, I'd say travel lodges are better.
We looked one weekend. Granted, it was a peak time, but for two of us to stay in the Towers Hotel, it was coming up at like £380 with Merlin discount, which is ridiculous. That's a week away somewhere.
It's not worth it.
In fact, that is a week away in somewhere like Cleethorpes. Accommodation all in paid for and spending money. So, yeah.
If you enjoy Cleethorpes.
Yeah. Well, even any sort of holiday like that, not necessarily just Cleethorpes. You know what I mean. But yeah.
Access Adrenaline, good evening. Thank you for
evening.
joining. Paying for accessibility for disabled people who need a carer is discrimination.
Yes, it is.
It is a really tricky one. I totally get.
It is a tricky one because how do you determine who I mean, if you're entitled to a carer, then yeah, there's obviously different level of needs for everybody. So when you're looking at someone on paper and all you're given is their access card because that's all they want as evidence, how can on paper that be made clear that this person has high level care needs as opposed to someone who just needs someone with them, like in case certain things happen or for certain things that are, I would guess, low end care needs. Does that make sense? I can't think of any nicer way to word that really. But no, I yeah. Sound says Premier Inn's are better quality than the Towers accommodation. They are. They are.
Going back to the accessibility question or about discrimination, the problem is that you got, okay, we're talking about Blackpool because that's the one that's just changed, but there is plenty of attractions and theme parks and amusement parks that do it all over the country.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 it works out that you're still only paying for one price, if that makes sense, because a lot of the time you'll get a discounted disability ticket and a discounted carer ticket, so it'll work out that you're either paying still the same for just one ticket or just over the same for one ticket. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm just saying my point is they are not the only ones.
No, they're not the only ones
to have done this. So for everybody to be their Start Hate campaign, boycott the park, it's like, I get it, but in the same breath, are you going to boycott all these other parks as well? I don't know. It's up to it's your choice at the end of the day.
Access Adrenaline says, we were at Blackpool Pleasure Beach yesterday ourselves, and as one half of us is an ambulant wheelchair user, care needs are a must in this case. Yeah, I agree. Again, like on paper it's very hard to determine that, so I kind of feel like I don't know, because you would almost need like a tiered level, because I don't agree with having to pay to have somebody there, because in some cases, like, it's a friend who you know, is there as a backup or wherever, or it's quite literally a paid carer who there's different tiers, but I don't know how you could put that tier system in place for carer tickets. It becomes a very dodgy kind of thing. So a blanket for all, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Their staff, and for their staff to make people in wheelchairs push back down the queue in icon to keep the wheelchair in an inaccessible place is bad. Push back down the queue. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Or do you mean because the only way, mind you, the icon queue's not totally flat,
hang on, to keep the wheelchair in an inaccessible place is bad. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Let me just reread it to see if my brain
just while you do that, I must admit, Blackpool is probably as you probably know, one of the worst amusement parks for accessibility, especially in a wheelchair. Yeah,
so do you mean before you get on the ride or after the ride?
Or both.
Because my brain's just struggling to compute that one. But yeah, it is bad either way.
But I hope you did have a good time yesterday.
Or as best as you could have, anyway.
Yeah. Obviously it did open for the first time this year. Yesterday, we decided that we weren't going to go up. I had work anyway on the Saturday, so that wasn't possible. And then we just kind of thought, well, we'd wait for Avictus to open, really.
Yeah,
because it is a long way for us to go for opening.
Yes. They have a spot in the station just past the Enzo entrance for wheelchairs. We had to skip out on Enzo because for Claire to wait 2 hours stood up would not have worked. She struggled with 20 minutes.
Oh, for Enzo.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. I think I understand. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's far from ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, not right.
It's not.
We'll move on to something positive with Blackpool. They released footage of Avictus testing for the first time. And hopefully this works. There we go. Yeah, look at this new ride. So the gyro swing, the Intamin gyro swing was seen testing for the first time, and they stuck a POV a POV camera on for us to enjoy. And those views, look at that view out to the sea, the big one. That looks insane. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really find them that forceful, nor do I find them that scary. It's 100 foot up in the air apparently, but yeah, it is what it is. But it looks great. It does look great, and I can't wait to ride it as and when it actually opens.
It's not one for me. I won't be riding it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But it does. Well, I say it does kind of look good. It kind of.
For me, it's the views. I do love.
Yeah, but you're only getting good views from a certain angle. Otherwise, it's very much.
It's not finished yet.
Top view of Blackpool, like the park, and then.
All I hope is the spinning side, because I don't think it's actually up to full speed yet, nor with the spinning. But I just hope, like, every seat that you sit in, you get a different angle. It's not like the one at Thorpe Park, which I've forgotten its name of now. The KMG.
Well, we get Vortex and
Vortex
thingy.
Yeah, Vortex. You have to sit in the right seat for it to, so you can look down, because there's nothing better than being 50 meters, 100 meters up in the air or whatever, and looking straight down. I love that feeling. That feeling is insane. But for Vortex, you have to sit in the right seat to get that feeling. Otherwise, it never spins right. It's like controlled spin. So I'm hoping that Avictus does that, and wherever you sit, you will get that feeling of looking straight down from 100 foot in the air and thinking, I hope these bars hold me in. Because doesn't that what everybody thinks? You know, I hope it holds.
Yeah. I must admit, recently I've not really been into rides, have I? Really?
Oh, I love it.
I just go for the day out now.
Absolutely I love KMG flat rides. I just love swing rides. Yeah. Intamin gyro swings, they're brilliant.
I love how excited you are.
I know. I'm not really that excited for Avictus because it is just a gyro swing. But that does look incredible.
It is still something new.
It is something new, and the theming for it as well looks incredible.
It's investment.
It is investment.
So
I did think I had some more pictures of it, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know.
Terrible. Just hopping back into the chat.
Hop.
Access to journalists for such a new ride as Icon/Enzo, though, they could have tried to accommodate better. Yeah, I agree. It should have been a lot better than it is. I'm not gonna lie. And Claire Beck, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome to the stream. Access Claire here. It was abysmal. It's like they've forgotten why people use wheelchairs. Yeah, I don't know what it is recently, but a lot of companies seem to be going backwards rather than forwards in a day and age where accessibility should be so easy and so simple. It's like they're finding it harder to accommodate it, which is bizarre, but just Universal will be on point for all of that stuff. So
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's like it's like the one down at Paultons Park. Let's get it in straight away. Paultons Park, tick of the day.
You can't go stream without.
No, we can't. And there'll be more Paultons Park talk in a minute. Yeah, their one is a Zamperla gyro swing, I believe, which is also different. So, but they all look the bloody same, don't they? Let's be fair. Intamin gyro swings, Zamperlas. Yeah. Whatever else you get,
it's down to theming really that changes it, isn't it? Really,
it is.
Coaster Brick said Chris loves the fuzzy head feeling.
I do, yeah, I do.
That is a Paultons reference there.
It is.
Platinum and Trophies, good evening, welcome to the stream. I can't wait to ride it later in the year. Avictus.
When does everybody think Avictus might be open? See, I think I
think it will be
May. I reckon
we replace it or clean it. Like it's this finer little details. And actually, it looks like they've got quite a few things coming up over the next couple of years.
Do Paultons do a carer's ticket? They do, but it's a discounted rate.
Yes, actually, I'll look on my phone in a second because I think it works out quite well, and they have a ride access system there as well. It is pre-book, but to be fair, even if you can't get it, 9 times out of 10, like every time we've gone, we've not necessarily needed it. So the queues are never more than like 5 to 10 minutes, which is great. But I think that comes down to their operations.
And Paultons Park is obviously mainly still a family park. And where do families go? They go to Peppa Pig World. So that's generally where the main queues are.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But shall we now
And
change
put Paultons on your
and
list,
let's talk
yes.
about Paultons, because we've had 3 major updates.
Throwing out the updates.
So we have the new Draken trains, the Gerstlauer Eurofighter. They released the trains, the footage of the trains, and look at them. They look incredible. Obviously, they've got over the head restraints, but they are the new restraints. So hopefully they'll be comfortable. They look sexy, don't they? I mean, look at that. That looks look at the front of it. I mean,
I do like the little deco piece at the front, the little dragon skull.
Yeah, it looks insane. It really, really does. But not only did we
I can't wait to see it in person.
I can't wait to see it in person. But not only did we get the train reveal, we also got something else even more special at the start of this last week. We got the first test run footage. Look at this.
It does heavily remind me, when I see this bit, it heavily reminds me of Rage.
Yes,
like,
Adventure
not
Island.
even sort, it reminds me of Rage because of the really short, like, lift hill one. It looks short.
It looks short.
But, I just can't wait.
It looks incredible. And there is a bit. Look at, I mean, it just flows around the track so nice. It's not going to be the biggest. It's for more families, I'd say.
I mean, you say that. It doesn't actually look like necessarily a short coaster.
No.
Oh, Daisy, thank you so much. You don't have to do that. We haven't ran out of data, promise. But yeah, it was so weird. But thank you so much for this super chat. Right, let me see where we got to on the chat.
I'm too scared to show anything now. I'm like,
maybe don't. Like, I don't even know. Oh, we're just having issues recently.
Hang on, I wonder if this will work.
So, Access Adrenaline says it's very close to my daughter's, as if I need an excuse. You don't need an excuse, but that's very convenient. And do I see over the shoulder lap bars? You do.
You do, yes. So there was a reason behind them doing that, because they didn't want, because obviously it's a family coaster as such, a family thrill coaster. Obviously they didn't want to scare families too much, and people feel more secure with a over the head restraint than they will do with a lap bar. So
yes,
that's the reason why.
While I've still got the internet and I don't need my phone for the chat anymore, I would quickly look at because someone asked about the Paultons Carer ticket, didn't they? I said
yes.
I'd look.
Yeah. Oh dear, I can't believe that just happened. How embarrassing.
Of course it happens, of course. Chris currently having an orgasm over trains. Yeah, that's Chris.
That's what caused it, I think.
And then just everyone saying it's crashed. Yeah, so I will look at Paultons Park very quickly. So, oh gosh. So,
please bear with. You can't find it now, can you?
I just have to go through the FAQ. So it's a step-by-step guide to the essential companion ticket. This is for Paultons Park. If you have an access card with +1 or +2, it says if you've applied or if you haven't, it tells you how to do that as well. It says, if yes, please proceed to register access requirements here. We would ask you to book and pay for everyone's entry tickets, excluding... should you happen to receive us? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's not going to be a very simple process of getting you that information. Bear with me. Who is eligible, register for... Ah, here we go. I completely... Purchase the essential companion ticket. It says...
Come on, Hayley. Find it.
Oh my gosh, just keep them entertained for a minute. It's like a whole long look. I have to...
No one can see that, Hayley. It's fine.
No, I know. So let me just find where it actually says how much it is and how I book it.
Yeah, whilst we do that, yeah, Valgard. I don't know if I should show it. Sorry, I'll show it. It shouldn't go down again. That's so strange. I don't understand why I went. Quick, someone get her more data. It's nothing to do with the data. Anyway, I'm going to show you. So basically, there was a new update from Paultons Park, and yeah, these are the photos of Valgard. Hopefully, they are coming through. It looks insane, doesn't it, Hayley? Valgard does, and you've got the new Raven station, new entrance. And the station as well for Draken looks great. I think it looks great. That picture there.
And pop in your access information, so your name and your access card ID, and my map done, sorted. Hope that made sense.
Yes, hopefully. Right. Anyway, one final thing, which isn't a video, which shouldn't make it crash. Fingers crossed. Alton Towers news. The corkscrew outside the entrance of Alton Towers is now yellow.
I don't like it.
It's gone back to its original colours. Now, obviously, a lot of people were saying, oh, it looks horrible. You know, if you look closely enough from the picture, you know, it still looks rather grim. I believe it's only had its first coat, so bear with them, I guess. It's a little bit worrying that you've had a buyout day today and this weekend. And they've just kind of gone, yeah, that'll do. It seems a bit slapdash in my eyes. But it is what it is.
Access. Oh, I love that yellow. I'm not sure. I don't think I like it.
I think the problem is if you
being the other colour that it's now like, oh, that's not very Alton Towers.
Yeah, if you've been before and you remember the corkscrew, that will be very much nostalgic.
Yeah.
For us, we've only ever known it as purple. I can almost see the rust already on it of how it used to look.
I feel like it's not finished yet. I feel like they've done like one coat.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they've been told if there's like any rust or anything, don't paint over it because it will need some form of treatment.
Yeah, definitely.
Before the second coat can go on.
Definitely. I definitely think it will show up more marks and rust and wear and tear compared to the purple.
Of course it will. It always will. It's a light colour. Rollercoaster Sam, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Crazy. It's the OG colour, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But then the modern generations wouldn't necessarily know that, so I don't know. I think I'm so used to it being the old colour that I'm like, eh. And it gives me more Smiler vibes now.
Yeah.
Just needs the black supports. Access says
they could actually do with painting them, couldn't they? Because I don't think the grey, if they are grey, really looks that well. Looks that good. I think maybe black.
Yeah, maybe that's what I don't like about it. But then if they did do black, it would be Smiler.
I guess.
Access and said, I'm a yellow kind of guy. Well, as a 37-year-old former Corkscrew enjoyer, I remember.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. It's like nostalgic for you then. Like modern nostalgia. That's cool though. Oh no, Claire said not as bad as the rust we saw at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. That's never a good thing. For me, that always makes me feel really quite anxious, like to go on a ride with rust on it. I know it probably doesn't affect it, like, but sometimes it's a bit like...
As far as I'm aware, the reason why they keep like the wear and tear, especially with the older rides at Blackpool, it's because then they can see it for maintenance. Because you would say, like, especially with the wooden roller coasters, just paint them up every year, paint it, keep it fresh. But apparently they do it for maintenance reasons.
Yeah, but it just doesn't look good though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And it does, like, if it induces anxiety in me, I'm sure it's going to do it for other people.
I've just seen someone's comment.
Daisy said, I hate the colour, just looks wrong. Yeah, I think it's because we're so used to it being the other
I was going to say, you need to remember, the people that remember riding it, you know, from 2005 previous.
Yeah.
When it shined, 2005. It was yellow. So people will have, it'll be a nostalgia thing.
Yeah. Access and said rusty. Yes. Plus the big one was rough AF. I do not doubt that for a second. It was rough AF last year. It was rough after the retracts. I think it's just always going to be as rough now. It's like Infusion in it, both rough as anything.
Let's be fair.
Just don't bother.
Right, I'm gonna
Unless you need like some work on your back, just don't bother. Same with Grand Nash.
I'm gonna be controversial. Probably, actually, it won't be that controversial. But the big one, like, it is the monorail of Blackpool Pleasure Beach, isn't it? It doesn't do
Well,
it
kind
doesn't
of.
do anything right. Well, the
Kind
first drop is scary as hell. I get that, but after that, it's very straight. It doesn't really do anything until the back section where obviously you have the helix,
Sorry, I
which
just
is
read a
fun.
comment. I feel like that face I just pulled is gonna get clipped.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Just I don't know. I think it's an okay ride.
I think Blackpool really need to invest in their coasters.
RMC it.
Roller coaster sounds that I do think it looks cool in purple. To be fair, I mean, I think because you're so used to it being purple, I think it looks better as purple. But I have to see it in person. Sam said it looks so much better in yellow, but I feel like again, Sam, yours is nostalgia because you knew it as yellow.
Oh yeah. What colour were the supports though, Sam? That's if the yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the yellow and grey.
No.
It's very.
I think it will weather if they don't.
It's very Bumblebee with the flu.
What?
Bumblebee with the flu.
Bumblebee with the.
Like you know when you get ill, you get pale. So bumblebees are like yellow and black, right?
Oh, okay.
It's like a bumblebee with the flu.
Oh, if anybody wants a short right there, that's the one.
Bumblebee with the flu. It's pale. It's poorly.
Oh dear, I've heard it all now.
Look, my brain works differently to everybody else. Okay, it's
Clearly.
just how I could see it. All right.
Definitely.
Claire said I won't tell you about the bot we found under the big one track.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm sure I didn't need it.
Let's just hope it was an old one.
That's like my DIY, and you get to the end and you have like a load of screws left that aren't spares. It's like, oh, they should have gone somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that yellow will look better on the 3 sunny days we'll get this year. Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
My brain couldn't process that sentence. Could you tell? Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't scare the peeps. Thought it was far too small to look like it came off the big one. Look, anything's possible. It is what it is. I
Little
mean,
IKEA screw.
We've had dodgy experiences at Blackpool, haven't we? That we were like, oh, don't know how about that one. But,
oh yeah, what was the one that we had on the Big Dipper? That was
well, that was the time that we thought Danny was going to come out of it.
Yeah, it was awful. Like, yeah, if you get your restraint quite loose, you can almost fly out of your seat.
Well, we went with Danny from OTT, and he was on with us. And at one point, he was like pretty much fully stood up. We all thought he was going to fall out. But that was the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, it's Rollercoaster Sam said yes, it is, meaning big one is a monorail, Access Adrenaline monorail.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good monorail. I mean, maybe Alton Towers should like boost their speed up on their monorail.
Sorry, I just read forward on a comment. Yeah. You know what? I do miss monorails in parks. Even if it's a small one, I miss them.
Europa-Park has like 3.
Yeah, but we never went on any. No, we went on one.
We went on one, yeah.
Sam said, big one is a weird coaster as you look at the other Arrow Hypers and they have proper adrenaline hills. Big one, just straight lines, corkscrew supports with brown. Oh, okay. Brown.
Oh, so maybe then the supports.
So it looked like the tracks was pooping.
Yes. Well, this is the thing with the big one. Like, yeah, it doesn't. You don't get other than the drop, which is, excuse me, as scary as hell. It doesn't do anything. You don't get any airtime. All you think about is please stay on the tracks, please stay on the tracks. Especially that turnaround. I'm almost like, we're going here. It's turning over. It's going to flip in a minute. I don't know why. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out if you've stolen my water.
No, that's your water over there. I've got to have something to drink. It's yeah. I think it's a nerves thing. I have to have a drink in my hand.
Access Adrenaline says, don't tell Blackpool Pleasure Beach about the screw. They'll put it in the shop and charge £350 for
it. Yeah. Genuine screw. Should be somewhere, but who knows where. Where do you think they got all the blocks of wood from?
Exactly, yeah. Access and also said, yeah, but the below the tree one doesn't have the same ring to it. Yes.
Hang on, what are we on about now?
Meaning it's quite low.
Oh, okay.
And backache, chronic backache. Honestly, our ride on Infusion was significantly more comfortable.
Oh,
that
okay.
actually surprises me because Infusion is one of the worst.
Maybe you just sat on the right seat.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've done some work on it. Maybe they put new wheels on it.
I think you got lucky. Sam said, so the reason the supports were brown was they were painted to look like wood. Oh, okay. Yeah, but did they have like wood grain painted on them, or were they just brown logs? Like,
well, at least it was theming. You know, you couldn't imagine it today, could you? Merlin Park.
If that's what we're calling theming nowadays, then there is no push for anything.
Although saying that, we do mock Merlin for theming in UK parks. But did anybody? I haven't got any footage of it, so don't panic. But did anybody see the footage of the new roller coaster at Legoland in Florida, Galacticoaster? That looks insane. That was incredible. You haven't seen it, I know.
No, I haven't seen it.
But yeah, it does. It looks decent for a Merlin Park. Yeah, it looks insane. But everybody's saying they remember Ugland. We never went when it was Ugland.
No, sorry, I'm being very rude. I'm just replying to a message that I got 4 hours ago that I've only just seen. So
as you do.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Where were we? And that came from someone who's ridden Mayan recently. Oh, Mayan, what? Energylandia? Is that rough? I didn't think that was that rough. Mayan. I suppose it is. Is that the Vekoma SLC at Energylandia? Mayan? I think it is. It's the one with the vest restraints. If I remember rightly. The one that everybody said is smooth.
Was it Energylandia or was it somewhere else?
No, it was Energylandia. It was Energylandia.
Sorry, that was very rude of me. I apologise. So where are we?
Yes, wood grain was painted in.
Oh, okay. That's good. Well then, yeah, it can be classed as very lazy theming. But theming all the same.
Yeah.
Mind you, painted tracks and supports can look good. We see, as we've learnt with Nemesis Reborn. Shame that's the only good thing about the ride at the minute. I wonder actually if this year they would have sorted out the rattle.
To be fair, right, I know obviously we only went to Towers once last year. Well, no, technically 3 times, but yeah, one weekend. Me and Sam.
And I didn't ride it.
You didn't ride it. Me and Sam we did the final day, and it was actually running decent. We had a really good ride on it. We had to wait about 10 hours for it to actually reopen because it broken down.
Yeah, but I'm glad you guys actually waited for it because I bet in the dark it was insane.
It was insane, but it was pissing down. It was really raining. Sorry, excuse my French.
It was.
It was awful weather, and obviously you were waiting as well.
Do you know what though? Right, although I actually didn't do many rides, I don't even think I'd done anything apart from the curse that day. I actually had a really good day. Like I was quite happy sitting at Costa having a nice ice cold coffee in the rain.
As you do.
Just sitting there chilling.
Well, should we recreate it on Sunday?
Well, yeah, I think we will be. I think you guys will be going on a lot, and I'll just be chilling. But the thing is, for me, I don't think I'm definitely not a coaster person. I'm definitely a flat, flat ride, dark ride sort of a girly.
Here's another, obviously, whilst we're talking about Towers, what's everybody's opinion about David Walliams Land still being there? Ooh. There is rumours of that going. It's not gone yet. There's still pictures.
Isn't it just currently still accusations? Nothing is.
I'm not gonna. Let's not go down that line because that's not.
I mean, I don't even know the story. But...
I don't really know the story. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying about do we think the land is going to go?
Well,
do we think it's going to get a retheme?
I think it needs to go. I'm not going to lie. Because it's one of those lands that never looks busy.
Haven't they taken away the twister there now as well? I think it's literally just the Walliams flat ride. That's left. Oh, and the carousel.
Well, then yeah, it's not worth
It's
it.
not
Is
worth
it? Just completely redo it. Turn it into a whole new land that everybody can enjoy.
I mean,
You've got CBBS for the younger kids anyway.
To be fair, that flat ride, other than obviously retheming
Mind
it
you,
all,
to be fair, there was hints of it being rethemed anyway, wasn't there?
they could easily retheme it.
The colours and stuff for the sky ride starting to change. We picked up on it a couple of seasons ago, not this season, gone the season before, where I said, "Oh, I think something's coming with this area." And it still makes sense to me because it's getting more and more ran down. But we'll see, won't we?
Bluey Land. It's not by Bluey though, is it? I don't know.
No, Bluey Land. No, because Bluey's in CBBS, so you would have to go CBBS and then to the other side of the park essentially. For
I must admit, I always
Bluey
thought
Land.
you could get to CBBS. Oh no, hang on, wait, no. Can you? Because can't you see?
Well, no, you have to go past the ruins and stuff of the towers.
Yeah, because it's not. I always think it's backed onto David Walliams Land, but I don't think it is.
No, it's not. David Walliams Land is basically you can come out of it by hex.
Yeah, they'd have to like, so it wouldn't really make any sense.
So it's like from not one side of the park to the other, but you know what I mean. Bluey should open soon anyway. The actual coaster.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
obviously
the park will be quiet because all the enthusiasts will be in there. So sorry, we've abandoned the chat a little bit. So where were we? I've lost it. Ugland. That one looks so fun.
I think we've got up to a bit bumpy, but the vests do it so much good.
Oh, okay. For Infusion.
No, not Infusion. The one in Mayan.
Oh, Mayan. Okay.
Mayan.
All right.
I liked Mayan with the vest restraints, but I just thought if you had over the head restraints, you were still bashing your road, so it's not really any smoother.
Yeah.
My opinion, it's been a few years since I rode it.
Yeah. Dark rides hit so different. They really do. Thing is, if it's done well, it can be better than anything. It's like, I think that's why I love Europa-Park so much. It's because although it's owned by the Mac family and is, mostly, Mac or whatever, I don't think their big pull is actually their coasters. I think their dark rides are.
I mean, you enjoy Futurescope as well because of all the dark rides.
Yeah, Futurescope is great, and the theatrical rides. The what was the tornado one? What was that called?
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, the fact that you're sitting in a theatre and then everything
and the thing is, on a hot day as well, when it's raining in there, then it's windy, then it's raining. Oh, it's insane. Yeah, so Sam said that night ride was awesome. I assume you're talking about Nemesis now.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys waited for it. I'm not gonna lie. And I know Charlotte really wanted to wait for it. So.
Sorry, before we just going back on the not rides, on the flat rides. How can Merlin create the flat ride that's in Madame Tussauds, the London whatever it's called, flat ride?
Oh, the
I can't remember what it's called now.
Spirit of London.
Spirit of London. That's such a good ride. Why can't they bring something like that into one of their theme parks? Obviously, that's the same ride system as they've got a Europa-Park as well on some of their rides. It would be awesome if they just...
Yeah, but to be fair, I feel like it would take away the magic of it from Spirit of London in London.
No, I'm not on about... I'm not...
Like, that's the only reason people will go to Madame Tussauds.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying they should recreate it. I'm just saying the ride system that they've got there.
No, I know what you're saying. But if I could do something like that all the time in a theme park, then I wouldn't go to London for it.
I don't know.
I've just remembered we've got the pin for that somewhere.
Yes.
Sorry, a bit of a random one there. Gross ick. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Put a pic in the Discord. Look closely at the supports. We'll look after the stream. Also, just while Discord is mentioned, if you're not already in there, feel free to come and join. Everybody is welcome.
There is a link in the description if anybody's interested.
Yes, there is zero tolerance for hate or arguments or anything. So, yeah, as long as everyone's polite, everyone's welcome. There is pin content in there. There is Lego content in there. There is everything you can imagine. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. We're finally getting Europa in for your birthday, Halloween. We're going to go to Europa in October for my birthday. I can't wait.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. Is it your first time going? From reading that, it sounds like it's the first time going. I will recommend to you what I recommend to everybody else. If you're going to Europa-Park, please, please, please do Rulantica. Even if you only do an evening ticket for a couple of hours, you will definitely not be disappointed.
No.
Even if water parks aren't your thing, like just going and sitting in the outdoor pool bar is just insane. Honestly.
The evening, I've just remembered. Let's just move on to that. Just left the picture up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. If you want to do Rulantica and you're not a big massive water park the evening ticket is like half price, if not better, and it's well worth that ticket. Just doing after the theme park, depending. I mean, if you're doing the Halloween event, obviously probably not, but
you could do it in the morning as well. The only reason we would suggest doing the evening is because they actually change all the lighting and stuff within Rulantica. They change the lighting to mimic the evening as well, so it changes throughout the day. It's absolutely incredible. I fell in love with it, and even the second time we went to Europa, we went to Rulantica and actually just spent our whole session just sat in the outside pool bar. So
it is dangerous as well.
Yeah, but it's great. It's even the food in there is actually really decent. Okay, so so is Europa-Park doable by car, or do you have to fly?
I mean, it depends on what you mean by doable in the car. If you're happy to drive,
driving.
No, I didn't mean no, I didn't mean that. I mean, if you're happy to sit in a car for 4 or 5 hours, yeah, sure, it's drivable. But I would say it's, if not more.
Hang on, if it's drivable, how come we've never driven?
Because it is like 5 or 6 hours away from Calais.
Okay, all right.
But what I was going to say, yeah, I would say get a plane and a train, or plane and taxi, or plane and get a hired car.
I was going to say now it's easier because if you go to, is it Basel or Baden-Baden? One of the
Basel,
two.
it's Basel.
You can now get direct train to Europa-Park.
Yeah.
Stay on park if you want to spend the money, but there is good enough accommodation in and around Rust, and it's really, some places are walkable, like literally 5 minutes outside.
The other thing I would say with train tickets, make sure you get the right one. Do not get the wrong one, and do not get on the wrong train.
Yeah.
We got on the wrong train and we got fined.
We did.
Just bear that one in mind.
And we said, well, we've clearly got on the wrong train. We'll just go for the next stop, and they refused. So thankfully they didn't charge us per person. They just said just one ticket is fine. So, but yeah. Yeah, it's up to you really. You can do it whatever way you want to. Access Adrenaline said we're getting plane/train, and yeah, it's our first time. Honestly, you will love it. It's great. I love the little dinosaur granny ride. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called. You also like Fatima?
Their version of
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that's incredible. Although we haven't done it since the refurb.
No, we haven't, and we have never done Haunted Mansion either. So
no, it's well worth it, honestly. RH Tube said really want to try Europa. It looks amazing. We've done F-telling a few times, so really want to see other European parks. Honestly, I wouldn't even compare F-telling and Europa-Park. They're both like fun and whimsy, but Europa-Park to me is insane. Absolutely insane. Claire said we are, even though there's not many of the slides I can do. Honestly, I didn't do any of the slides. I think there was... Yeah, no, I didn't do any of the slides. I was going to say, I think I'd done 1 or 2, but I didn't. I personally loved the Snorri, like... Lazy River. But they class it as like a water park dark ride. It's not, but obviously that's what they class it as, I think. But we just sat in there... Like that's where we spent most of our time, didn't we? It was just keep going round and round and round.
Until your neck becomes cricked because you're having to hold it up. Sorry, just whilst someone says about driving, I've just looked on my phone, and it says basically it's either a 6 hour 25 journey if you want to use tolls, or a 7.5 journey without tolls. So just bear that one in mind.
I mean, you could.
That's from Calais.
You
That's
could
not from the UK.
always. You could always see if there's a park like on the way to Europa that you want to stop halfway and do like a little road trip or something. There's loads of ways you could do it. Claire Beth says, oh sorry, I've read that. Access Adrenaline says Telling Plopsa and Walibi Belgium are in our summer list this year.
Oh, nice.
Plopsa is actually really good. Again,
Oh, stop here!
Their water park was decent.
Still not bad.
However, I wouldn't go back because they would change their swimwear to now it has to be
Budgie
tight, one piece, budgie smugglers.
Don't you want to see me in Budgie Smugglers?
No one needs to see that, my love. Walibi Belgium was decent.
Yeah.
Telling is fun and whimsy.
Conda at Walibi Belgium is top dollar.
Yeah.
Before Hyperia came along, anyway.
Yeah. Daisy says I'm going to Europa Park, but I'm not going to have time to do Rulantica, unfortunately. You're missing out, Daisy. That's all I'm going to say. You're missing out. Access to confirmed driving license speed run coming soon. Do it. Alright, we've done Disneyland Paris by car. 3.5 hours this side.
Okay. I mean,
9
I know
hours total. Okay. So maybe Europa is drivable with an overnight stay part way.
Yes.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? Like, you only live once. Do it. Enjoy it. If it's within your means, do it. Claire said we're staying across the street from the main entrance of Europa.
Nice.
Perfect.
We stayed our first time. We stayed literally just round the corner from there.
Yeah, it was quite literally a 2-minute walk to the entrance. It's when you stay off site, it's affordable. Although I do really want to stay at the Hotel Kronosar, which is their Rulantica. Well, it's not Rulantica theme, but it's the Rulantica Hotel.
Yes.
But there are shuttles. There's shuttle buses from Europa-Park to Rulantica.
Whilst we talk about the buses as well, the buses that go from the train station in Ringsheim to Europa-Park and the area where Europa-Park is in, which is forgotten, you have to use cash on the bus.
Yes.
Don't know if it's changed. The last time we went a couple of years ago, it was cash only, so don't get caught out like we did.
No, make sure you take, I would probably say take about 30 euros per person just to be sure.
Yeah. It's only that bus. Once you get, so you can get a bus from Europa to Rulantica, and that's a free shuttle. But from Ringsheim train station to Europa-Park, you have to pay, and that is cash only, as it was the last time we went.
Yes.
May have changed if anybody has been there, and it has changed, then by all means.
Yeah. So just in case, I would, even if you're planning on using card, I would always suggest taking a small amount of euros.
Someone said good shout, and we'll get an Uber then.
Yeah.
I would check the Ubers out because the last time we checked,
we struggled to get a taxi. It was only because there was another English guy. Like, we literally missed a bus. And the next one wasn't for like another hour or something.
Yeah, we got it. There was basically a period where like they had like an hour and a half off.
We tried to get a taxi, but the German taxi driver was having none of it. And it wasn't until another English guy saw us, said that they were going to Europa-Park, and they spoke to the taxi driver in German, and he kindly let us get in the same taxi. So yeah, but I would suggest taking just a little bit of euros, even if you're not planning on using them. It will just cover you for anything, sort of just in case.
Yeah.
Conda is being ridden on my birthday.
Oh, you'll love it. It's such a good coaster. It is good.
I even enjoyed it tonight.
You did?
Like, I didn't think I would, so I didn't do it. And then they come off and they're like, you have to do it! Oh my god! So
we did it in the dark, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Although a lot of our... when we went and did our... I think that was the last time we done a major European road trip, actually.
Yeah, it's been
a while. It lashed it down with rain every day, and it was just... Yeah, being, as anybody knows, being pelted with rain on roller coasters is not much fun.
No. Are there any other parks within an hour of Europa that you would recommend? That's your forte there.
I don't know. Hang on.
He's going to do some research.
I'll do some research very quickly. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
All good shout. Yeah. We're coming in from Basel when we go. Yeah. So we done. Did we do it from Baden-Baden or Basel?
Baden-Baden.
Okay. So Basel is the one where you can get the train direct to Europa, I think. So you may not even need to look at bus or Uber. Have a look at the train. With Hyperion at my number 2, Conda will have to go some to top it. Oh, would you say it's better than Hyperion?
Oh, Hyperion. No, definitely not.
Oh.
Hyperia, it is now from last season, yeah. Because last season, as we all know, Hyperia was running like a bag of rusty donuts. That was a rubbish analogy,
Hyperia.
but it was...
Hyperia wasn't great last year, but Hyperion is insane.
Oh, you like Hyperion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Zadra I don't like.
Oh, why is it not finished?
Sam said good thing about next week is that we are spending it with people who have never been to Towers before. That's really cool. I just hope that it looks decent for them and they have a good time. Otherwise, they might never go back. What are you doing?
I'm trying to search, but it's not playing ball. It's just coming up with. I mean, I'm sure Fantasia Land isn't far away.
Oh.
Give or take.
Fair shout.
I don't know. That's the one that springs to my mind. There's also a water park somewhere in Germany.
Fair shout.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Zadra. See, you don't like Zadra, do you?
I don't like Zadra. Zadra sneaked into my number 1 when I visited it in the winter, and my vlog showed my reaction to it. Oh, I have to look up your channel. Daisy said I'm getting a coach to Europa. Fair enough.
Ooh, coach. That's different.
That is different.
I
know exactly what you're going to do now. You're now going to inquire, and you're going to get curious, and you're going to research.
Is that with a certain company? Or is that yeah. Oh, I don't like the sound of a rusty toner. Look, I have to be careful with my words sometimes. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the YouTube now. I don't want to get demonetized.
It's the random. We need a penis plant update.
I mean,
if you're new to the channel,
I could easily make not hundreds. I could easily make a compilation. Unfortunately, the penis plant is no more. The penis plant is like, well, it's mutated. I think is the word.
It doesn't really look like one anymore.
No, it doesn't. We've given up.
It's now just a long bush.
Yeah.
It's going to sound bad, whatever I was going to say. I was going to say we could do a compilation video of its...
We have to be careful, though, because we could...
its over time, of its...
growth.
Progress over time. There you go. I didn't want to say that, because it then encourages Daisy. Zadra is amazing. In my opinion. No, it's not.
You're wrong. And your opinion is wrong.
Daisy said it was the cheapest for me. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Watch out for them, Valhalla. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Pick up. Yes. Yeah. The penis plant is now a bush.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair.
I mean, it might not be anymore because it would have been shriveled over winter.
Oh, could you imagine if they both shaped it and everything now? They've like done a cut on it.
They probably watched all of our videos and went, we need to make it look less of a penis.
I'm not sure they could really change that.
See, the chat is now just going a way that is just not the way we want it to go. No. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we've covered. Everything that we wanted to cover tonight. Yeah. When they first put that plant up, what did they call the process? Growth. Trimmed the bush.
Yes.
Yeah, so we will probably head off now, end the stream in a second.
Yes.
So if you have any last comments, questions, concerns, feel free to pop them in the chat and we will go over them. Are we hopping into Discord tonight?
We can hop into Discord, yes. I'm not very good at hopping, but I can give it a go.
I was going to say give it a go, but then after I thought that, I instantly got images of you going through the floor, so please don't do that. Not saying that our floor is bad, but...
Or this chair.
Knowing our luck, it's just, yeah. So yeah, if you're not already in our Discord...
And you want to come and chat with us?
After our live streams, especially if you're new here, we do tend to, if it's not too late, we tend to go into our Discord on a general chat and have a more personalised conversation, I guess. And we discuss more
we don't have to be so careful with our mincing
Well,
our
no,
words.
it's not that, is it? There's only so much that you can say in comments as well. So if there's anything that you wanted to expand on or whatever, you can speak to us in there. So our Discord should be linked in the description.
It's linked in the description. Hopefully it works. Fingers crossed. Wow, Chris, wow.
I was waiting for Emily
Oh.
to come back. All the crudeness, it's like a magnet for Emily.
There you go.
So yeah, we shall be in the. Thank you again for sharing your evening with us, Chris. I hope your F1 team does a bit better next week.
I mean, this, every chance.
It would help if they actually finish. It would.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
I'll hop into the Discord like Chris is doing. Absolutely.
Hop.
So if you're, like I said, if you're not already in there and you want to join, just
Let's
click
join.
on the link and you can join.
Good hanging out with you guys. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we've waffled on a bit. I do apologise. Actually, this is one of our shortest streams.
It actually is, yeah.
Because we've got a
We
topic.
normally do for about 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
But,
It's a shame that at the minute our streams are a bit negative, shall we say?
they are, but
But it is.
it's the reality of the situations at the minute, I think.
Yeah. We will try and be positive. Obviously, we've got theme park vlogs coming up starting next week. With Alton Towers, we're going to do a pin.
Yes, look out for a midweek
Live.
live stream, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how we're going to do it and then we'll put it up and yeah.
Yeah. But
Because we have two things that we need to do. We need to get the 2025 season pins up, on and out of the way so we can see what we've got for this season. We also need to sort out the trading binder.
yes. And also, if you see us at a theme park and you collect pins or pop badges,
Although I don't normally have pop badges on me, it's more so pins.
we are going to carry around spares and swaps. So if you want to swap with us, come and see us, and we'll sort some swaps out. I want to start doing that in theme parks. But yeah.
Orange tube. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that though. Yeah, that's yes. I
Anyway,
wasn't going to say that though.
Let's stop
yes.
waffling. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you're in the Discord, we'll see you in a minute. And we shall see you on our next adventure.
Had a good giggle with you guys. Thanks for that. No worries, Claire. Thank you for joining. Welcome again to Access Adrenaline. And you guys, welcome. See you later.
See you later. Bye.